Is the new college football game gonna get canceled?
Yeah!
Are there a bunch of college football players discussing a potential holdout over the NIL payments? Is everything falling apart right in front of our eyes? Or is the media doing what the media always does?
Yeah!
Today, we're gonna take a deep dive and look into the story because I want to call the media out on some of their BS. I have waited a few days to make this video because I had to do some research for myself and kind of calm down because I'm not gonna lie, I was a little heated. So for those that don't know, we're going to start this thing off with what came out, about like a month ago. EA Sports announced that they're going to be having the actual player likeness in this game. So they partnered up with a company and they're going to be responsible for reaching out to every college football player at the FBS level and getting them to sign to get put into the game. A lot of the players will be getting face scans too. And along with that, EA came out and said, when this whole thing averages out, every single player will be receiving the same amount of money, which is just roughly over $500. Which I'm not here to argue about, should it be more or is $500 okay? I see a lot of people comparing it to like what Madden players get. Like, I think they get like $7,000 or something like that. Look, man, I'm sorry, but there's over 120 teams that are going to be in this game. Every single player is going to be receiving this amount of money. So the backup quarterbacks at non-Power 5 schools, the backup punters, $500 is a decent amount, especially for those kids who are not at the Power 5 level. And I do think over time, I'm sure they will raise it. But today we're going to talk about the article that came out on June 6th from On3 Sports. They are kind of the catalyst that started this whole thing. And the media is going to do what the media is going to do. I will put the link in the description down below. But essentially, On3, they were at a NIL summit and they spoke with 9 FBS players about the $500 compensation. So they asked General Booty, yes, Oklahoma's quarterback, what a fair compensation for FBS players if there's a flat rate. He said that's a tough one. He said we've actually been talking about that in the locker room. So we've all talked about it because we want the game to come out, obviously. But we were saying if they come out and try to lowball and say we want to give everyone $200, well, maybe like you mentioned, guys like Caleb Williams and may say no, then he might not be in the game. And then Booty goes on to say that if he does it and then somebody else does it, there's a whole domino effect that could happen. And then Booty goes on to say a $600 to $800 range would get everybody in. You see, if the flat rate is $500 and you're saying $600 to $800 would get everybody in, I don't necessarily know if I believe you because the higher ups that are representing these kids are always going to want more money. They're never going to stop. Then down here it says, what is fair compensation? We got the Kansas running back Devin Neal, who earned all Big 12 honorable mention last year. I honestly think that $500 is a pretty good amount. And then you come down here to the UAB All Conference USA defensive tackle Fish McWilliams. He said, obviously just having the video game back itself would be okay with me. I appreciate the NIL for the game, but I really just want to play the video game and just get it back out there because it's been gone for 10 years now. You see, that's the thing. You got General Booty talking about, I think a few $100 more would be okay. That would get everybody in. Then you have these other guys at Kansas and UAB who are like, bro, I just want the game back. The point of this video is not to poke fun or poke holes at these players. I don't think the players are doing anything wrong. It's the media. So On3 is purposely, they're at this NIL summit. They're asking them questions about it. General Booty says one thing about potentially wanting more money, and he could see how the top superstars might hold out. So what does the media do? They make a headline about it, and they're the first ones to publish the story on Twitter. So as soon as they post the story on Twitter, everybody else, they copy their story, they copy their headlines. Nobody actually reads what is going on. When majority of these players are all like, yo, I don't even care. I just want the game to come back. So the media at this point is doing their thing. And now you'll see articles about the College Football Players Association come out and they are advising players to hold out and opt out of being put in this game. They obviously think the players are getting ripped off. And honestly, this was my first time of hearing about a College Football Players Association. I know the NFL has one, but so I did a little bit of digging and some research. So you see headlines all over: CFBPA organizing boycott of 2024 EA Sports video game. Okay, well, who is the CFBPA actually? Bro, you look up their Twitter account, they literally have 375 followers. You go to their website, bro, phase 1 started in July 2021. They are a nobody. So everybody sees an article and a headline and act like, oh, they speak for all college football players. That is absolutely not true. My problem with this is you see headlines on every major news, account talking as if this is the end all be all just because they're telling players to opt out, when in reality, they do not speak for all of the college football players. Absolutely not. I guess that's my beef with this whole story that came out, is they made a story and started a fire with just simple conversations that they were having. So yes, I do think the game is still going to come out. I don't think anything is going to change. EA Sports has already stated that if you wish to opt out, we will put a generic player in your place. No problem about it. I just wanted to share my thoughts with you guys because I don't think we're in trouble as far as the game coming out next year. I think the players are still going to get paid. Could it be better? Absolutely. But at this point, it is what it is. If you don't like it, you can opt out. Let me know what you guys think down below about everything that has happened over the last few days. We all know the media is going to do what the media is going to do. That's it for me on this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be back with more college football content coming soon. So until then, have a good day, and I'll catch you guys later.